Hello, this is going to be a collective energy for air signs. This is Evolutionary Soul Enigma. See if we can get some messages for you. I've already pulled out some cards. This is a timeless collective reading. It appears that we have someone who's obviously thinking hard about you. It's a thinking man that has come out. And this may be someone that you've seen as the one, but they're definitely somebody that you hold very dear, that thinks the world of you. I feel like they're this world card. Keep speech issues today. I feel like a lot of people are not communicating well. I keep getting a lot of blocked chakra, throat chakra energy. Maybe not communicating about how they feel, but in this world card, it also looks almost like the moon. It's very starry, very, deep. It has a lot of depth to it. So it reminds me of the moon energy, even though it's the world. It's just like something that's out of sight that you can't see coming, but it's coming. And it's something solid. Alongside that is happy family. So this could be an offer that you don't see coming that will bring you a lot more stability in your life. Something that's going to be fruitful and happy and a very loving energy. So let's see what else we have for air signs. Please, spirit guides, angels, give me, how does your person feel? There's the energy for air signs. Please give me clarity. Clarity for air signs, spirit guides, angels. In the last read for earth signs, this came out, and then in the earth sign reading, a lot of the fire energy had come out when I had done the collective for the fire. So this is Six of Cups, and this is also in the past energy, but this also represents the past. So I feel like it's somebody, obviously from your past, that's still presently in your life, that you still have feelings for, that you haven't let go of, that you still find attachment to. I think you're presently still talking to them. It might be slow and, in a sense, like slow incoming. It's taking a long time. I get a kind of a slow energy to it. It's an energy of, you started out as friends and you slowly built up to expressing more and more about each other, opening up more and more, but a little at a time. A little at a time. This is somebody that you could, for some of you, you literally could have grown or grew up with, and that could be from your same hometown, somebody that's from in your direct friend circle, because this represents partnerships and friendships as well, not just love relationships, but somebody you hold near and dear, and somebody that you, that's still on your level, relatively close in age. Is what I'm getting with that. Excuse me. Let's see. What are we going to get for collective for air signs? Collective for air signs. Ooh. Wow. So, someone from your past that's presently also in the Five of Pentacles energy. It's a little strange, but you could be, I felt like you were still talking to this person. It's been slow going again. We've got slow moving energy here. But this could also be someone from your past that's moved away at a distance. We'll see where that goes. This could be some kind of healing of, I'm also seeing for some of you, healing childhood wounds, having abandonment issues. Five of Pentacles can speak of abandonment, and still healing from abandonment issues, from childhood issues. We'll see. Air energy, please. Justice. Justice. And the Magician on the bottom. So something coming back into balance. Some kind of truth is going to be spoken. And it could be just the clarity that you need. This has been an ongoing theme as well about truth being spoken, people taking actions to speak their feelings so that balance can be restored, because maybe a lot hasn't, it's, how do I say this? Like a lot, this can also represent some kind of hidden feelings. But I feel like that will come out because this is a time of clearing, especially with this full moon coming. So anything that's been hidden, whether it be truth, feelings, whatever you may have, will come to the surface and balance is going to be restored. You may have to stand up and defend yourself and how you feel, but there will be signs of strong communication coming in. Collective for air signs, please. But someone is thinking about you heavily. You're heavily on their mind. Yeah. I'm still seeing this as defending how you feel. Defending how you feel. There may have been a mishap between you and a loved one in the past, but I do feel like it's slow-moving energy. Someone that you may speak to off and on, that maybe it comes across like they're not exposing how they feel totally about you. But I feel like that's going to come to an end. One of you has very defensive, guarded energy. May just be guarding their heart. Six of Swords. It's the mutual energy, but underneath it is the moon. And again, that full moon energy is coming out. And that's emotions. That's something coming to the surface. Feelings coming to the surface. Something that was hidden will be exposed. But both of these, if you look at her, they're both very, you know, it's like I've been slighted. You know, someone may feel slighted in some way. Moving on to calmer waters, though. Moving away from stress and difficulty, any kind of confusion, any kind of mishaps, any kind of arguments. You know, if you feel like that you've been backed into a corner, because I'm getting that energy too, and we'll see why that is, because right before the Six of Swords is Five of Swords, and that's conflict. So you're coming out of conflict with someone, but I feel like it's more conflicted emotions, and maybe you're just, you know, it's just been taking too long, and it's like, if we're not going anywhere, I'm just going to move on. That's what I'm getting about it. But I feel like someone's just not speaking up about their feelings, and they have, but it's just like slow going, and it's just not really getting anywhere. And it's like, well, if you're not gonna follow up with your, you know, with your words, with actions, then I'm just gonna move on. That's what I'm getting from this, because I need to see actions. You know, I'm tired of feeling like I'm not getting anywhere. You know, I'm always the one having to reach out. I'm always the one that's having to put forth effort and not getting anywhere. Yeah. High Priestess, Pisces energy. So this is somebody you definitely know. I feel like a secret's going to be exposed. Some kind of truth is going to come out. Yeah, somebody has missed out, whether it be you or your person, is because this is in the environment of what you don't see, and it's Five of Cups, and Five of Cups is loss, it's grief, it's remorse, it's you know, not seeing that there's still love there, but you're concentrating on whatever the problem was and not seeing the solution. Not seeing that there's still love right there to be had and compromise and balance to be restored, but feeling still in this despair energy. So hopefully this will be a turnaround, because as I'm seeing it now, one of you, and you switch roles, this was where you were talking a little bit. Then it seems like some truth's coming out, but then we have the High Priestess, and that's like keeping feelings to yourself. You know, that's just, you know, knowing what you want to say, knowing the truth, but not saying anything. What's a collective for air, please? This looks like a lot of hidden emotions. Advice. Yeah, your advice is to speak your truth. Master your own truth. However, it may seem or come across harsh and cold, so you might want to be leery of that. Because you are your person, this is still mutual advice. Yeah. Definitely want to clarify that a little bit more, but we'll get to that. Oh, wow. And then we have the Sun card. Wow. Sun card is your ending. So even though it kind of, as I'm going through it, almost looks like a very negative spread. We have a lot of what seems to be like conflicting cards and conflicting energy and just harshness and defensiveness and being on the defense and holding back your feelings, not saying what you really want to say, you know. But we have, again, the Justice as the situation, what's going to be, how your person's coming in their energy. And this is your overall energy, which is the Moon. We had this come out underneath, that a lot of that emotional Pisces, also could be Cancer energy, but Pisces energy. And we have Pisces energy here too. And that's all about feelings. And somebody feeling their feels, you know. And I feel like it's hard for this person to show their feelings, is what it all comes down to. And it's just taking a long time. And I feel like whether it's you or your person, being as where this is air energy, I feel like the air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, is the one that's fed up with not having someone tell them how they feel. That's what I'm getting with that. Because deep down, the air sign knows how they feel, and they're not saying nothing because I feel like they're really not getting a response. It's like, you know, they speak their truth on how they feel at times, and they know. This could also be, I'm getting the energy too of tarot readers, people that are on a platform that have more insight to their person's feelings. Kind of speaking about myself here too. That get clarity and get advice from other realms, because we have divine masculine and divine feminine energy here. And these are like counterparts in itself, you know. So this all talks about balance. Justice talks about balance and fairness and what's fair. And this is, you know, something coming to the light, you know. And anything that surrounds the sun is positive. It might be delayed energy, but it's always going to be positive in the sense of feelings and emotions. And it's just a positive card all the way around. Don't matter how negative the reading is. And especially being in an outcome, as an outcome card, I feel like everything's going to have a turn for the better. Because there's a lot of holding back of emotions in this reading. And someone not fully expressing how they feel. And I definitely feel the air signs are the ones dealing with someone who's not expressing how they feel. And because of that, there's potential to lose their person because, you know, I'm an air sign myself, and I can tell you, you know, we're impatient people. We're fast thinkers. So we might be an overthinker, but we won't stay in that energy very long because we want to move on from our overthinking. We want to take, you know, go to the next step some way. So we're going to get that clarity. Whatever wasn't being seen or to the surface, or if there was some disillusionment or illusion some way, we're going to finally get that clarity. And, you know, you have the moon before the sun as the major arcanas in the tarot. So going to the sun at the end, we're going to get that clarity somehow, some way. So whatever was hidden will come to the surface one way or the other, and we'll still have our happy time. So I feel like someone's hiding their true feelings for the air sign. And it is someone from the past that you had a lot of deep emotions for. And it's mutual because there's 6 of Cups here. 2 people. There's 2 people in this moon card. So it's on both sides. And there's a lot of masculine energy in this. So, but the Pisces or the moon card is a feminine card in itself, but there's a lot of reflection. So both parties are thinking about each other. And I said this earlier in one of the other reads, I think it was the fire sign reading, when they were having a tower moment. I feel like a window of opportunity is closing because it's taken so long for this person to open up. And one person feels out in the cold, and it's just, you know, the Geminis feel, or I'm saying Gemini because I'm a Gemini, so it could be very well to a lot of you Geminis out there, but also in the sense just air signs in general that are getting fed up because it's just taking too long. It's just like, hey, I want to see results now. I want a fair outcome. I want you to express your feelings for me. I want to end this cycle so I can have a new start. And you will have a new start because, again, even though this is 19, it comes to a 10, and that's all about, this is about endings, clarity. This is about clarity and new beginnings. So that's definitely going to happen one way or the other, even if you leave this person behind. I do feel like there's some things that are still hidden that will come to light. This is somebody who's very intuitive, has mediumship abilities, that also is clairaudient, who delivers messages. So you're talking about collectively. I feel like there's a lot of tarot readers that I'm talking to, that we have that insight. So we already know how a person feels to a certain extent, but they're not expressing it, and so that's why we're getting fed up. Is how the best way I could say that. Because what you don't see is your 5 of Cups. Somebody's missing us air signs, okay? Somebody's missing us. So this is definitely a lot of water in this reading. You know, this is someone that knows that they fell in love, that's made an impression in their life, but they're just not coming clean with how they feel directly, you know. So I do feel like there's going to be a turn of events with everybody's kind of getting that clarity in some sense. There's going to be a lot of endings, but there's also going to be a lot of new beginnings because people are eclipsing out what no longer serves them. They're like, you know, movement has been really stagnant and really slow paced. And the thing is we've seen earlier how your person's thinking about, hey, I've thought a lot about you. You mean the world to me. But again, that world card looks like the dang moon. It's very, you know, has a lot of depth to it. It has a lot of starry-eyed almost. And, you know, we know that they think a lot of you. The world in the happy card, come on now. I mean, that's pretty clear in itself. I could have stopped the reading right there. But all these deep emotions can also be overwhelming to this person. And this, I'm getting feeling it's very hard for your person to expose themselves to explain how they feel. They get guarded. Anytime somebody gets close to them, they tend to push them away. They put them off. you know, and it's like they only want to bring them in little by little and at their own pace. And that's nice, you know, if you really want to stick it out and as this person's healing, but if they're not fully healed, I don't suggest waiting on anybody personally. I think you should do you and live your life, and what's supposed to be and what's supposed to happen is going to happen as it's meant to. Let the chips fall where they do. But I do see your person coming out of that energy of some of that defensiveness and some of that guardedness and moving on from it. And I do see where they feel like they want to move to calmer waters with an air sign, for sure. But if they do it, it's almost like they're doing it in secret. They're not telling you about it. And us intuitive people know something's coming. We just don't know, you know, because that high priestess is also secretive energy. It's some things are just not meant to be told. It's still in the works right now. So it's not, it's still hidden even from us. So me doing this reading, and I'm an air sign, it makes me think it's directly almost talking to me, which I don't usually see myself in my own collective readings. But in this one, I can resonate with because of the fact that that is something that's still yet to be uncovered in the future, because this does come into the future side of things. So it's still playing out. We do have as your advice, when you do speak this truth and mastered your truth, all will come out. But again, just, you know, hopefully it might come off cold, but it's still coming from an emotional place, as that moon energy is our overall energy. But it's almost like you got to read between the lines with this person, you know. And I do feel like things will evolve. We have transition here. Those butterflies are always talking about transition, you know, something, you know, it's stages of life. We come out of that cocoon as a butterfly, and we end up as out of the cocoon into a butterfly. And so you're evolving. That's transition. So I do feel very strongly that after this big conversation happens, there will be a lot of clarity. I don't know how else to say that, but we're just not sure when exactly that will happen because it's still kind of hidden, even though I feel like around this full moon energy that there'll be a lot of clarity. We're not sure when exactly that will happen. Now, we do have that Justice card, which is Libra energy, so we can think maybe it's in the next month, around the next full moon cycle, that this clarity will happen and everything will come to light. And things will be balanced out with this moon and sun sign. Let me see if I can get any further advice. The street's getting a little long. Get that happier times are coming. This person was put on your path for a reason. Yeah. Go figure. I'm actually trying to clarify the high priestess, and it gives me temperance, which is all, it talks about all divine timing. So it's repeating energy basically, but there is that relationship that's on the horizon. If you see that sun coming up in the background, and then we have the sun here again. So a lot of divine timing, but making a choice, having to make a choice that I feel that will be effective for the rest of your life. I feel like this will be a choice that essentially revolves around everything you do, being day and night. This person thinks about you day and night. I get that too. That's a Five of Cups here. I feel like this person regrets not taking more action, not showing you how they really feel. Yeah. With Magician here, they hid their feelings. They hid their feelings. They didn't. It's like they had the tools to use, but they didn't do it. You know what I mean? They just didn't show you enough, and it got tiresome. But the love is there. The love is definitely there. This is somebody that you or them sees as the one. It's a divine counterpart with the Empress underneath it. Everything you've ever wanted all wrapped into one. Somebody you will expand with. Pisces energy. It's a spiritual connection for sure. Let's see what else we can get. And I feel like they're just trying to make a serious decision, but their feelings are overwhelming them. And that's a burden in itself. And, you know, just trying not to feel like that's too overwhelming so that they can make a sound decision. They may be getting advice, too, from an older, wiser person to see about how to contemplate going about the relationship with you. I just feel like this is more internal conflict with themselves, not knowing how to deal with it. It's like they only let you get so close and then push you away. A little bit closer and then push you away. And it's like their actions, their words don't follow through with their actions is what I'm getting. You know, they say one thing, do another. Yeah. New life and chaos and conflict. New life and chaos and conflict. So, again, ending of a cycle with that moon. New cycle. Happy family. We get this a lot earlier with our oracle card as well. And ending that chaos and conflict. That internal battle. Once this conversation is had. Because that's in your advice. Once this conversation is had and we clear up any misunderstandings, then we can have that clarity and get this happy life that we want. This new life. And that may be the battle in itself if someone doesn't know how to take steps towards their new life. You know, how do I go about doing this? I see someone traveling too. You may have this, there's been a lot of that energy as well. Someone traveling from a distance, getting a visitor from afar. Visiting you. And I feel like this is just kind of keeping things private. Just keeping it, not a secret so much, which the moon can represent secrets, so can the High Priestess. But I feel like this is more keeping your business to yourself, keeping it private. Keeping it, you know, that way other people, if there was, because sometimes five of Pentacles just change, but there's other people involved as well that could signify getting in and putting in kind of like their piece of it into the mix. And you can have other friends here that are just trying to put their nose where it don't belong. And that's caused some imbalance in the way this person thinks. And they know what they feel, but trying to make a resolution, trying to have a resolution to proceed with action. Like they say one thing. They just may be having too many people in the ear is what I'm trying to get at. So trying to make a logical decision. But you have a lot, you have a little bit of everything on the board here. As far as energies go, you have all of it. But there's a lot of deep emotions that even, this goes way beyond, it goes a lot deeper than even I think they originally thought. And this is somebody you do feel comfortable around when they do expose themselves and expose their feelings. But when they shut back down again, it's like starting over for the first time all over. And it's just tiresome. I feel like it's worn you down. And you just are like, I'm fed up. Like, do I just move on from it? You know, do I just move on from it? Let's see what else we can get. But there will be resolution. This is getting clarity, the wisdom, listening to your internal self, listening to your spirit guides, co-create. So your person does want to create with you. They want stability. They want stability, no doubt. And in the end, I feel like this could lead to marriage. I also feel like for some of you, this person just got out of a marriage as well. So they are being overly cautious about remarrying again, which is understandable. You know, everybody has to heal in their own time. I do feel like this person has mastered their healing, but they're just not ready to speak about their feelings as much. You know, it's like they're just slowly getting there. Slowly. But once it's all sorted out, you will come into balance with your counterpart. So I thank you so much. I hope this has helped. I think that's about it. Thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe, and as it helps my channel grow, tune into your energy better, okay? Thank you so much.